Good day, everyone. I'm so glad that you're joining us on Up and to the Right. And I hope that you just take a time to share this with somebody else. Let them know about what God is doing through Up and to the Right. And so today we have a very special guest with me, and his name is Carlos Ynfante. Carlos, good to have you here with us today.
It is an honor, Pastor, to be here with you. Thank you.
Now, Carlos, you have an amazing story, and we're going to have a chance to be able to dive into it right now. But just tell us a little bit about where you're from.
Well, I came from the Dominican Republic, and it's a beautiful place, beautiful beaches. We have a great temperature. We have two temperatures, Pastor, there. It is hot and hotter. So it's a beautiful country.
Yes, it is. Now, with your, coming here, you brought some people with you.
Yes.
Who do you have with you?
Well, I brought my beautiful wife, Alba Ynfante, and I have two beautiful daughters, Zoe with 9 years old and Sophia with 5 years old.
And how long have you and Alba been married?
We have been married for 11 years.
That
and
is
3 years dating, Pastor.
Oh, wow. That's great.
We're talking about 14.
So this is really exciting, and I'm thrilled for you to be able to spend some time getting to know Carlos today. And we're going to just spend some time with Let's Talk It Over, getting to know Carlos a little bit better. So let's go to Let's Talk It Over. Now, Carlos, I want to just take some time to get to know you. Okay, first off, tell us a little bit about, we know you're from the Dominican Republic. Tell us about how you made a connection with North Church. Tell us that story.
Well, Pastor, it's an interesting story. So the thing is, my parents were praying for, for finding someone to sponsor a children project in the Dominican Republic, specifically in our church. And you were praying to find someone in a place in a church, so North Church and you can sponsor a children project in Mocha. So, and you were together in a meeting, and that's where the connection was successful, I would say. So that's when we start to make relationship between North Church and my parents and you and your family.
So how long ago was that?
We were talking about 16 years.
Yeah. So 16 years ago, basically, God was dealing with me about our church being a part of some missions. We were relatively young as a church, a couple of years, almost 3 years into it. And so I flew to the Dominican Republic. I was actually going to go from there to Nicaragua, but God revealed to me what I needed to be doing in the Dominican and who I was to be partnering with. And for me, the key was the partnership with the right person. And so whenever I met Pastor Oscar, which is your dad,
Yes,
I knew exactly that that's who God wanted me and our church to partner with. And it has been a beautiful journey since then. So we have had numerous trips. I have been there 17 times. So I've been to the Dominican. Actually, I haven't been there in the last year.
yes.
But 17 times I've been to the Dominican Republic. We have taken, I think, 13 missions trips there.
Yes.
And so we've taken doctors, dentists, students. We have done soccer camps, basketball camps, baseball camps, pulling teeth, dental work, cleaning neighborhoods, evangelism. And we've actually been able to sponsor through one child hundreds of kids over the years.
Yes.
Literally hundreds of kids, and many of them have already went through the program, and now they're adults. Some of them are dentists now. Some of them have been very successful, and that's been great. And to see the life change, which is the most important thing.
Yes, and North Church started with 300 children, Pastor. That's amazing. And North Church have been, impacting the community around our church, which is Salsipuere and all the areas around the church. So it's a huge impact. And I just want to say thank you to all the people that have been investing to this poor area in our city.
Well, it's been an honor. So tell us a little bit about you and how you got in ministry, because I don't think that you went to school to be a minister, right?
No.
And so you went to study engineering, correct?
Yes.
In Alba also.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your story, how you ended up here in North Church.
Yes. First of all, someone prophesied on me that I was going to be working full time in ministry. When I was a child, I would say when I had 10 years old. And that since that time, I always have been, engaged with the church. I always have been participating in all things that the church does over there. And I have been involved with the ministries over there. So, and I got my degree, industrial engineer. At the same time, I was, involved with the prayer ministry over there, as an usher, working with the child project, the same project that we just are talking about. So I was so involved, and that has been a good journey. I've been supporting my parents over there over the last, I would say, 25 years, which is amazing.
Oh, that's a great story. Now, I remember a few years ago being there in the Dominican, and you saying to me, Pastor, Alban, I want to talk to you. And then you first said you felt like God was calling you to, leave the Dominican to come to be a part of what God is doing here at North Church.
Yes.
And I remember telling you, let's pray about it. So we took one whole year to pray about it. Went back the next year about the same time.
Yes.
And I asked you, so what do you feel? We feel like God is saying it's time. Then I said, we'll take another year and talk to your mom and dad and your parents.
Yes.
And her parents and your parents. And
yes.
You did. And then we got that ball rolling, praying. And then after about another year, then we're like, okay, let's get this application. Let's get things going so that we can sponsor you to come here and you could be working on staff at North Church. So tell us about from there on what happened. Well, this is a miracle.
This is a miracle. So our paperwork was to get that paperwork, Pastor, was I would say that was a miracle because we submitted our paper and was approved in 4 days, which is amazing. And that thing sometimes takes 8 months to be approval.
Yeah.
But they approved us. They gave us our paper in 4 days, which we didn't have too much time to to prepare or to sell things or give it away. So, and we just came here and it has been a really good experience. It's having impactful for our life and our family. So, and we came here and has been, it is different, but it is so good. I have met a lot of people. I have been involved with several ministries here at North Church, which has been a really powerful, impacting my life. This journey have changed my life for good, and that didn't have, I would say, making true what someone prophesied on me when I was a child. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now, when you came here, didn't you have just perfect English, or?
Pastor, no.
Was that a big challenge for you?
Yes. Still being a big challenge, Pastor.
And I'm joking about the perfect English. I know that your English was relatively rough at that time, but you have had to work at it.
Yeah, that is one of the main challenges that I have had here. Not the leadership, but I would say my communication. I'm doing my best every day to be a better communicator and to try to do our best for the kingdom. And the communication, we're still working hard every day, reading books, watching TV in English, doing all things that I do in English, so I can be a better communicator.
So tell us about what you do here at North Church.
Well, I have the honor and the privilege to be over the prayer ministry here at North Church. I'm also working with an online team with the Hispanic community, which is growing right now, and have been leading the usher team at North Church. So I can say one of the main ministries that I lead here, as I said, is the prayer ministry. Right now, we have a really good prayer people right now that are available to praying for others, through calling, through texting, all the requests, church, that you are sending. We are praying for that. We are spending time with God. We are praying for you. We're texting you back. So it has been an honor to be part of this journey here at North Church.
So, prayer. Let's talk about that just a little bit. Throughout the Word of God, it's emphasized. What does prayer mean to you? If somebody asked you, what do you mean by prayer? What is it? What is prayer? What would you say?
For me, prayer is it's a style of life. It is our communication that we need to have with our God. Simple like that, Pastor. We need to, surrender our life to Him every day. This is a style that we need to live every day.
That's good.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we've seen is we've seen a growth in our prayer ministry. But we're not there yet. We're going to keep growing because the more people that are praying, the more we're going to see God's hand working in our church to save lives. I believe that the growth that we've had, I believe that the baptisms that we've seen is all part of our prayer ministry. It's all an outgrowth of people praying together.
Yes.
And so I know that we've got our prayer meeting coming up on Tuesday night.
Yes.
The 27th, I think.
The 27th
of April.
7 p.m. here at OKC location.
Yeah. And we'll have an hour of prayer.
An hour of prayer, yes.
And it's just, we also want to see more prayer groups.
Yes.
And to see them praying and in homes, just really getting together and just praying over prayer needs, praying over prayer revival in our church, more lives be changed, discipleship.
Yes. Right now we're working with to get on Guthrie. We are working to have a prayer group, they're going to be dedicated to pray for all the needs in Guthrie location. But right now in OKC we have 3 groups that are getting together every week. I will say Saturday 9 a.m., Sunday 7:50 in the morning, and Monday at 8 p.m. by Zoom. So if you want to join us, please, we're going to be there for you.
Well, Carlos, thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Pastor.
And I'm so excited about having you here. And also, he's my workout buddy.
Yes.
And so we work out together, and I'm trying to keep up with him. So you can pray with me on that because I'm trying to keep up with this guy. So I'm so glad that you joined us today. Be sure to share it with somebody. Comment, let us know that you joined. And I'm so glad, and we'll see you next week for Up and to the Right.